and today I'm going to explain episode 4 of the Liar Game anime. So let's get into the story without any delay. So far, we've seen that Nao and Akiyama enter round 2 of the Liar Game, called the Minority Rule Dealer. They explain that first, everyone will be asked a simple question, and they can only answer with yes or no. They will have to cast their vote based on their answer. If the yes votes are in the majority, then all of them will be eliminated from the game, and they will have to return the 100 million yen loan. Will also have to be left here. The remaining players will move on to the next vote. This voting process will keep repeating until only 1 or 2 people are left. After that, there will be no minority left, so the game will end. If there is only one winner, they will receive a prize of 2.1 billion. If there are 2 winners, the prize will be split between them, meaning both of them will receive 1.1 billion each. Then one guy says that this game is already fixed. The LGT organizers must have planted some of their own people as players who will tamper with the votes. The dealer laughs and says, "We can't do that. If this were a majority rule game, we could have planted our people as more than half the players. But since this is a minority rule game, we can't cheat in it." Akiyama then asks, "What's the objective of this game?" They want to find the true Liar King. There are many people in this world who are willing to pay huge amounts of money for genius liars. These wealthy people are the ones funding this game. We can't reveal their identities, but there is no cheating in LGT. We don't even have any reason to cheat. Anyway, you all must be hungry, so we've arranged dinner for you. A lavish meal is brought out in front of them. In this game, almost all of these people are going to end up with a debt of 100 million. So everyone is under a lot of tension, and no one feels hungry. Only Akiyama and a guy with glasses were eating calmly. Akiyama tells Nao to eat as well, because the battle ahead won't be easy and they'll need strength. Then Nao remembers how Akiyama became a player in this game, even though he didn't receive any invitation. She didn't even get an invitation, Akiyama says. "I even told you not to come, but you still came here." Akiyama had actually come to stop Nao, but she had already entered the game. After that, Akiyama met a girl outside. She was crying. She had won 100 million in the first round, but she didn't want to continue playing this game anymore, so she came here to return the 100 million to LGT. She had brought a check with her, which she handed over to an agent there. But later she found out that the person to whom she gave the check was not an agent at all, but a player. The real agent had told her that all of them wear masks like this. Anyway, the girl now has to play the round anyway, so Akiyama tells her that he will play the game in her place. If he wins, the prize will be his, and if he loses, the debt will also be his. In this way, Akiyama takes her name tag and enters the game. Now they just have to win and get out of here. Seeing Akiyama there made her very happy. After dinner, everyone is shown a demo of the game. The dealer says he will first draw a random number from a box. The number 18 comes out, which belongs to a girl, and now this girl asks a question that can only be answered with yes or no. She asks, "Are you a woman?" After that, everyone is given 2 slips, one for yes and one for no. They will use those slips to vote, and each slip also has their number written on it. After the question is asked, they normally get around 6 hours to think about their answer. But since this is just a demo, they are only given 10 minutes. Now Nav starts thinking carefully. She realizes that in this game, including herself, there are only 6 girls, meaning they are in the minority. She figures that all the girls will vote yes and end up winning, because the question was, "Are you a woman?" Everyone casts their votes, and when the results come out, Nav is shocked, because 15 people voted yes and 7 voted no, meaning even some of the boys voted that they are women. The dealer then laughs and says, "The whole point of this game is to be in the minority. It doesn't matter whether your answer is right or wrong. This is the Liar Game. The question is just a formality. What you really need to focus on is how your vote ends up in the minority, or how you can convince others to vote for the majority. That's why you're given 6 hours, so you can understand your opponents properly and come up with a strategy. For example, suppose in the first round there are 21 players, and 19 votes were cast, so this game will end in the very first round itself. The one who can best control the given time will win. He will be the one who wins this game. Anyway, the demo ends here. The real game will start tomorrow. 2 rounds will be played every day, and you will have to spend the nights in this hotel. If you want, you are free to leave this place. We won't stop you." But Nav and everyone else knew that leaving here meant giving up a debt of 100 million. After that, Nav is shown her room, which turns out to be extremely luxurious. Nav starts thinking about how she can win this game. She realizes she should ask everyone what they are planning to vote for, so she can figure out a strategy and avoid being trapped in the majority. She starts thinking that maybe she should make friends with everyone and form a group, but then she remembers this is a minority game, not a majority one. Feeling overwhelmed, she starts crying and goes to look for Akiyama. She heads to the lobby where several players are gathered, and Akiyama is also there. She runs up to him and starts crying. Akiyama calmly says, "The first rule of winning a game is to stop crying, and the second is to understand your enemy." He then adds that there are about 14 players in this lobby, and she should go and talk to each one of them. Find out what kind of people they are, he says. Nav decides to do exactly that. She starts talking to everyone. Some people respond and talk openly, while others remain silent or avoid her completely. Others were busy observing instead of talking. A man named Matsubara, an old guy, explains that he owns a small factory that is heavily in debt. He was actually planning to end his life, but then he received an invitation to the liar game. In the first round, he won 20 million, which he used to pay off his debt. But then he received a letter for the second round saying that if he wants to quit the game, he must pay half the amount back, meaning 10 million. Matsubara had already spent all his money earlier. Nav also talks to a boy named Takayoshi, who reveals that he stole 2 million to win the first round. He thought the second round would also be simple, so he came here. But now he's facing a debt of 100 million. He doesn't even trust the LGT organizers. According to him, if the players lose, the LGT people might even sell their bodies. She's not young or beautiful. They will also get good money from it. Hearing this, Nao gets scared and goes to tell Akiyama that most of the people here came thinking the second round would be as easy as the first. But no one knew that in the second round, everyone would end up with a 100 million debt. Akiyama tells her to go back to her room and rest. Nao starts crying, saying that these people might even sell her to another country. Akiyama says, "Stop crying. I have a foolproof plan to win this game." He takes Nao to her room and tells her about his plan, that in this way, those people won't be able to win the 2 billion prize. But they also won't end up in debt, and they'll be able to go home with 40 million. For this, they need to form a team, which will have a total of, there will be 8 people in total. In this game, there are 22 players overall. In the first round, 4 members of our team will vote for yes, and the rest will vote however they want. Now, no matter how the remaining people vote, our team's 4 members will definitely move to the next round. Then, in the next round, 2 people will vote yes, and the remaining will vote no. In the third round, they will again vote differently, and a member of our team will end up winning this game. The winner will receive a total prize of 2.1 billion. From that, half meaning 1.05 billion will be paid back, and they will leave this game right here. From the remaining 1 billion, he will distribute it among the other 7 team members, and will pay off the 100 million debt. From the remaining 350 million, they will divide it among themselves. In this way, each member of the team will receive around 43 million. Nao really likes this plan because it guarantees they will win as well, and after paying off the debts of the other 8 people, they will also be able to take about 40 million home. Akiyama says, but among them, there is also one such player who tricked that girl and took her 100 million yen check. His name is X, so we definitely wouldn't want X to join our team because he can't be trusted. Also, he has a 100 million yen check. So even if he goes home, he can pay off his debt with that check, meaning he has no fear of losing at all. They need a team of 8 people who will follow their plan and also agree to share the money after winning the game. Nao asks what X looks like. Akiyama says the girl told him that he is a young man. Now a light bulb goes off in Nao's mind. She realizes they can form a team in which X won't be included at all. Including her, there are 6 girls, so they can form a team with them. Akiyama says, even then, Nao says that makes 7 people, so they will also bring the old man. In this way, their team of 8 will be complete. Nao goes back and, within about an hour, brings all of them together. Akiyama can't believe Nao actually managed to bring them. Then one girl explains that Nao was crying in front of them, saying, "If you don't come with me, I'll die." Anyway, Akiyama then starts explaining his plan to everyone, and the episode ends here. So friends, will Akiyama be able to win the game with this team? Who is this X player? We will find out in the next episode.